Hi, welcome back to AT Math. Today, 8.3, factoring, x squared plus bx plus c. Why, it's more fun than a card trick.
In a few moments' time, I'm going to ask you to choose one of these three cards. And the choice is completely yours. If you want, you can choose the king. Alternatively, you can choose the 10. Or if you like, you can choose the ace. It's a completely free choice, but make your decision now. Now, my prediction is that most of you would have chosen the ace. Why? Because it's towards the camera, and so it appears larger. The king at the back of the table, and so it appears larger. The king at the back of the table appears smaller. And this is a really compelling illusion. In fact, it's so compelling that even if I now bring the king closer to the 10, it would still appear small. Or I could bring the ace up here, and it would still appear to be massive. It just shows you how many assumptions your eyes and brain are making.
Alright, take this example. X plus 3 times x plus 5. Well, remember x times x and x times 5, and 3 times x and 3 times 5. No mystery there. We add these two up in the middle and make 8x. So that's your finished product. Now you already knew that, but how do we do it in reverse? How do we take this and make it this? Well, what we want to do is to split it up into two binomials. Now here's what you do. Now because it's just x squared, I'll put a 1 in front here, and I'm going to take 1 and the 15, which is the a and the c. So take 1 times 15 and make 15. Now we're going to split the 15 up into all possible combinations of multiplication. So we'd have 1 times 15, 3 times 5, 5 times 3, 15 times 1. And from that, if you added any of these, would any of them make 8? And what you would do is you'd say, well, alright, 3 plus 5 would make 8. So what you do is you take the 3 and 5, and you just make x plus 3 and x plus 5, and drop them in. And if you did that, you would have your answers just like you had up here. Let's do it again. Again, make this x squared 1x, and 1 times 40 is 40. So I have to split up all the possible 40s. 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 4 times 10, 8 times 5. Which ones, if I add them up, would make 13? Notice how the 8 and 5 would make 13. So, x plus 8 and x plus 5. Pretty straightforward. One more. Again, make this 1x squared. 1 times 25 is 25. 1 25, 5 times 5, which added would make 26, 1 plus 25. So, x plus 1, x plus 25. You try, go ahead. Remember, this is 1, and 1 times 42. Go ahead now. I put all the possibilities, and I got 6 and 7. 6 and 7 make 13, so my answer was this. One more you try, go ahead. Did you get this? Short break. And back. Now x squared minus 10x plus 16 is the same idea, but notice how there's a negative in the middle. Well, if I split up 1 times 16 and make 16 and split up all the 16 possibilities, I'll never make negative 10 because these are all pluses. However, if I switch them all to negatives, because two negatives multiplied becomes a positive anyway, so I can change this to negative 1 and negative 16, negative 2 and negative 8, and negative 4 and negative 4. And notice negative 2 and negative 8 would make negative 10. So, plug it in. Instead of x, you could put x plus negative 2, or just x minus 2, and x plus negative 8, or just x minus 8. It's the same, but with negatives. Now go ahead and see it again. Again, negative 15, because there's negative in the middle. We're going to make them both negatives on the outside. So, okay, 1, 52, 25, 5, and 10. Notice how we all make them negatives, and then negative 5 plus negative 10 does make negative 15. So we split that up into x minus 5 and x minus 10, and we're all set. You try, go ahead. Let's take a look. We'll go ahead and bust it into x minus 6 and x minus 7. Alright. You try again. See what you got. Did you get x minus 14, x minus 2? I hope so. Quick break. Now back. And now for this one here, x squared plus 2x minus 8. Notice how there's a negative on the outside. When there's a negative on the outside, the only way you get a negative is if you times a positive and a negative number, so it has to be one of each. So there's lots of possibilities. Well, 1 times negative 8 makes negative 8. So 1 times negative 8, 2 times negative 4, 4 times negative 2, 8 times negative 1. We're going to add, we're going to add all these possibilities and find which one makes positive 2x. And if you notice, this one makes positive 2x. So x plus 4 and x minus 2 will be the winning solution. You try. Go ahead. Did you get this? Plus 7 and negative 2, because of all the possibilities of 14, 7 and negative 2 would make positive 5. Try one more time. Did you get this? Alright. I don't care if you have x minus 6 first or x plus 4 first. It doesn't make a difference. Finally, the book has this question too. Factor n squared plus 11n plus 24. Show that the original polynomial and the factored form have the same value for n equals 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All you gotta do is first factor like normal. So okay. By this point, hopefully you can see that 8 and 3 make 11, and 8 and 3 times make 24, so you're good to go. Now we're just going to plug in the 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the ends. And you make a small table. And so 0 makes 24, 1 makes 36, 2, 50, etc. Notice how I put them all like this, just ordered pairs. And we are done. Quick and easy. Alright, thanks again. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Mario is a super guy. Mario he can jump really high. Well, if your princess is in another castle, you know who to call. 'Cause Mario is a super guy. Mario has a really cool mustache. Mario will turn the bad guys into ash. Well, if your hometown is infested by Goombas, you know who to call. 'Cause Mario is a super guy. While Bowser keeps Princess Toadstool at hostage, we know that Mario will save the day. So children, grab all your NES controllers, and don't forget about the warp pipe in level 2. Mario, he's a super guy. Mario can jump really high. Well, now Bowser is 6 feet under lava, but he'll be back again. 'Cause Mario is a super guy. Yes, Mario is a super guy.